Lucia, good morning. If you're still in bed, listen, people, you need to wake up. We're bringing you Intersect 2017, and I am here with Mr. Donovan Williams. He is the PS in the Department of Youth Development and Sports. Yes, if y'all only knew, I thought I'd make a mistake on that one. But you see, it's a great day out here. The energy, the weather, everything is super. So first of all, let me welcome you to our This Morning family. How are you?
I am fine. Thank you very much for having me.
Great, it's definitely a pleasure. Now, just tell us about exactly what's happening today for Intersect, and of course, what's to look forward to.
Okay, the inter-school finals actually is really the pinnacle of our school sports program because it really brings together all of the secondary schools to compete for the glory and the honor of all of the titles for all of the events. So it's a big day in the lives of all of the schools. Bragging rights, there's an excitement about trying to make sure that your school comes out the best. And generally, it's an opportunity for us to bring the schools together, which I think is perhaps the most important issue for us.
Great. Now, even, with regards to the youth and pushing athletics and pushing sports, because we really need that avenue for that. How do you see Intersect helping in facilitating that?
Well, I think it's an easy sell, because I think you can see from the enthusiasm of the students, they gravitate towards it. They love it. We have to find ways to make it even more exciting, even more attractive to them. And I think it's not only about the competition itself. I think within the whole school sports program, there are opportunities for young people to be part of it, and not necessarily just as athletes. We've been speaking a lot about, for example, journalists. We've been speaking about administration, we're speaking about officials. There are a number of areas which we think within the whole gambit of sports that young people can become part of. And this is an opportunity for us to begin to engage them in ways that previously perhaps they would not have been interested in.
And you know what I like, for real, we need to open our minds and see beyond. Again, when we think of that, not just think of the athletes, because there's so many spin-off careers that can come, even like emergency first response.
Absolutely.
So
Absolutely.
it's a different way of thinking, but again, just to help keep the kids engaged. Now, some people don't push their kids into sports. In my mind, honestly, getting your kids into extracurricular is important. So what would you tell persons out there who are sort of preventing their kids from having these experiences right now?
I would say to them that they're missing out on the true value of sport. Sport is a major instrument for building the capacity of our young people in every facet. Not just in terms of their health and wellness, but in the disciplines, in life lessons. It gives you everything, and it gives you everything in a package that's enjoyable. So why wouldn't you, why shouldn't you support? We want to, and we have to find ways to encourage parents and the general public to come and be part of this. We've been experimenting with the different days, and I know that there was some controversy in recent times about whether we should use the weekends. We'll continue to have that dialogue, because I think it's important for us to find the mechanism, find the right formula that will ensure that the students and the general public all come and support this.
All right, perfect. Well, we definitely love the sound of this, and of course This Morning is bringing it to you as well. So thank you so much again, Mr. Williams, for being with us, and anybody who missed out, hey, let's enjoy some more of the highlights from Intersect 2017. All right, so the action is still heating up. I'm here with Asa, representing for Viewford Comprehensive, Larry Seuss. He just won. Let us know the event you just took part in.
The 800 meters.
All right, great. And how does it feel? Of course, you're victorious now.
Well, as my mother always told me, hard work pays off, and when you win, must give God thanks, because He was the one who blessed you with the talent. So to God be the glory.
All right, well, good stuff. Congratulations on your win. We're going to let him run. The action is still kicking off. All right, St. Lucia, so I was able to catch up with Camilla Monrock from SALCC. She just, effortlessly took the win on her race. How do you feel, Han?
I feel very excited that I won my race. I knew that it would have been a hard race, but I tried my very best to be victorious.
Girl, you made that look so easy. Now let me tell you, just let St. Lucia know what event you just took part in.
I took part in the 800 meters.
All right, great. And to anybody else who's competing or who's an athlete, what message you want to send out to them?
Just have confidence and determination, and you do your utmost best, and have faith in God.
All right, spoken like a true winner, St. Lucia. Hey, St. Lucia, so guess what? We're about wrapping up here. If you missed out and you didn't come out and support, then you missed out on half your life. Make sure you're here for 2018. Our athletes need your support. And of course, I'm going to enjoy more of the action. So we'll see you next time. Good morning, St. Lucia. Thank you for waking up with us. This morning is back on. I'm your host, Sheila Mendez. And you know, we always bring you special guests. So today we're not going to fail at all either. Now we have Miss Paulina Murray, and she is the president of the St. Lucia Writers Forum. So we're going to get into the creative side today. First of all, I want to welcome you to this morning. You are now officially part of the family, and you don't have a choice about that.
Thank you very much.
So welcome.
Thank you very much, Ms. Sheila.
Thank you as well. Now, it's all about the St. Lucia Writers Forum. St. Lucia, as I learn, I want you to learn as well. So I recently discovered the group, and they're doing a lot here in terms of developing and, you know, just growing the movement, and also having a place or community, I should say, for our writers down here. And sometimes if you're not in the circles, you may not know, but this is why they are here today. So anybody who's aspiring as a writer, or maybe you've already done work, you have like-minded people here with you. So Paulina's going to tell us all about the Writers Forum.
Good morning, St. Lucia. The St. Lucia Writers Forum is a sit-in which accommodates writers of various genres to come in on a Tuesday evening at the Central Library from 6 p.m. to talk about their writing skills and to just present us with their literary work. Many of our St. Lucian writers, I think, are gifted and are born and have a passion for writing. Well, as for me, poetry is my consuming passion, as well as writing. It consumes me from the inside out, and many of our writers have that same passion and drive for writing and for poetry. The St. Lucia Writers Forum came together in 1998. It was a method that was visualized, conceptualized, and actualized, which is why we are still here today presenting our literary work to the public. We want people to know about the Writers Forum. Our aim is to help people who have a passion for writing, for the literary arts, to come and get help, to come and just be able to talk and be versed about what you write about, what you feel in your heart that you want to present to the world, because we have great writers. We have a born writer, the late Honorable Derek Walcott. He is one of the most prolific writers of our time, and we believe that St. Lucia has more to offer than just the Honorable Derek Walcott. So we are inviting all St. Lucians to come to the forum. We will help you, we will develop you as you bring to the light your skills as a poet, as a writer. I mean, you don't have to be perfect. We all learn from each other.
Great. Now, as you said, too, like, we have had the passing of Sir Derek Walcott, and as you said, he's put St. Lucia on the map. And again, I think we've not realized how much he's done, how much he's impacted, because when I look at television and reports, just recently Oprah read a poem of his on her show, the BBC did a tribute, you know, it's an eye-opener to the impact that his writing had. And it did not only stay in St. Lucia, but, you know, it was universal. So we need our new crop. We need to keep his legacy going, because, listen, if we were able to create and have, you know, 2 Nobel laureates, there's no reason why we should stop here. And with how creative people can get now, we need to keep his legacy going. And I think the great thing about having the forum now is people like you all are doing what it takes. It may be a small movement for now, but this is what it needs to kind of keep that moving and help us get the next set out.
Yes, but I love Derek Walcott. The reason why I love him is just he didn't just, as a little boy, say, I have this dream that I want to write. He didn't just say it. He actually put it to life. He wrote. And he didn't just write. He wrote, and he became one of the better and biggest writers of our time today. He actually won the Nobel Prize in Literature in 1992 for poetry. Yes.
Now, you are the president as well, Paulina. So you are a writer yourself and you've published books. So just give us a little bit of your background.
Well, actually, writing for me is something that I have a passion for. I've always loved. From the time I was in primary school, it was seen in me. As a primary school student, my teacher would always write my name on the board for doing excellent essays. Going into Vidbute Secondary School, I was one of the writers for the magazine, which is called the Yo magazine, where I published my first 2 poems. One was entitled Education and the other Sunshine. And after that, I decided that I also wanted to be a writer someday. And I just didn't let it fall on, deaf ears.
Yeah.
Like, I would tell people about it, but then I actually make sure that I live up to that, and I actually just published my first book, which I'm very, very, very excited about. It's called Stella's Back in Town. I published it with the United States of America, one of the most prestigious agencies called Strategic Book Publishing and Rights Company.
So for anybody who wants to stay connected as well and possibly join and become members, just let them know how they can contact you all as well as follow you all, because I know you have social media presence, so just let them know.
For social media, we have a St. Lucia's Writers Forum. That's obviously everyone knows how to get on Facebook, so you can just go online and fill this in and you get us. Also, like I said, we're there. We're not hiding. We're not playing hide and seek. We're there at the Central Library every single Tuesday evening.
6 p.m. St. Lucia.
6 p.m. St. Lucia. See you there.
All right. Well, thank you so much for being on with us, Paulina. And again, St. Lucia, so now you know how to stay in contact with them. Is there any contact number, or is it strictly just the social media?
Well, we have the social media for now.
Okay.
Yes.
And then, of course, the meetup's Tuesday at 6. So I want to thank you for being on this show and representing for the forum. So remember that the St. Lucia Writers Forum, we have so many young persons watching. So if you think you like writing and you enjoy, come out, ask your parents to bring you as well. Older writers, it's not limited to anybody. So come out, be part of it as well. There is an avenue for you to grow. All right. So thank you once again. And this has been This Morning. Welcome back, St. Lucia. You're watching This Morning, and I am your host, Chayla Mendez. We're right here on your leader, DBS. This past Saturday, March 25th, was when we laid to rest a really great St. Lucian, very patriotic man, Sir Derek Walcott. And for any of you, our This Morning family who are not able to be there in person, please stop, take a moment with us as we reflect on the highlights of his service.
My brothers and sisters in Christ, today is a sad day. Today is a sorrow day, because we have lost one of the greatest sons of the soil, not only for our country, St. Lucia, but for the entire Caribbean and the world at large, in the person of Sir Derek Walcott. We are here this afternoon to accomplish three things. First, to remember and to celebrate the life well lived by our brother, Sir Derek Walcott. Also to offer our comfort and support to the family and each other.
All the nations of birds lifted together the huge net of shadows of this earth. In multitudinous dialects, twittering tongues, stitching and crossing it. They lifted up the shadows of long pines down trackless slopes, the shadows of glass-faced towers down evening streets, the shadows of a frail plant on a city sill.
The net rising soundless as night, the birds' cries soundless, until there was no longer dusk, or season, decline, or weather. Only this passage of phantasmal light that not the narrowest shadow dared to sever. And men could not see, looking up, what the wild geese drew, what the ospreys trailed behind them in silvery ropes that flashed in the icy sunlight.
They could not hear battalions of starlings waging peaceful cries, bearing the net higher, covering this world like the vines of an orchard, or a mother drawing the trembling gauze over the trembling eyes of a child fluttering to sleep. It was the light that you will see at evening on the side of a hill in yellow October.
And no one hearing knew what change had brought into the raven's cawing the Kildare's screech, the ember-circling chuff, such an immense, soundless, and high concern for the fields and cities where the birds belong, except it was their seasonal passing, love made seasonless, or from the high privilege of their birth.
Something brighter than pity for the wingless ones below them, who shared dark holes in windows and in houses, and higher they lifted the net with soundless voices above all change, betrayals of falling suns, and this season lasted one moment, like the pause between dusk and darkness, between fury and peace. But for such as our earth is now, it lasted long.
Will everybody else remain in their positions while reverence process?
As a father pities his children, so the Lord pities those who fear him. He knows our frame. He remembers that we are dust. As for man, his days are as grass, as the flower of the field. So he flourishes. For the wind passes over it, and it is gone. The place thereof shall know it no more. But the mercy of the Lord is from everlasting to everlasting upon those who fear him.
May his memory live on and his legacy through us here at St. Lucian's continue forever. So he truly was our Homer. Rest in perfect peace, Sir Derek Alton Walcott. We'll be back.